Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 59. Wow!
All right.
This is going to be a very special episode that's going to have very topical topics, and we're going to talk about what everybody else is talking about right now, and that is going to be Call of Duty Ghosts. But first, I am your co-host, Yamjuice.
And I'm your co-host, Flex.
And our special guest today for this news-heavy edition of Bulletproof Underwear is none other than Mr. Mango! Ah!
Cool. What's up, guys? How you doing?
We're good. We're good. It's almost the end of the week.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's been a busy week, man. I will say that for a fact.
So the COD Ghost multiplayer reveal was not yesterday, it was the day before yesterday. And who all has seen the reveal?
I have, teacher, I have.
Twice.
Like 4 times.
Yeah, I watched it a second time, so I could sort of break it down. Of course, there's been all kinds of YouTube videos breaking down a lot of different stuff, too.
Well,
So-
what I'm finding interesting is the YouTube videos that are not rehashing what was in the reveal, the YouTube videos of people who were actually playing. And that's why Woody's Gamertag did something real excellent this week, where he put out a vlog the other night where he said, I'm not going to just post rehashing. I'm going to wait, I'm going to look it over, I'm going to digest it, and I'm going to give you the best I can. That's the type of stuff that I'm looking for right now. Love T-Mart, love a lot of these guys, but I saw the thing just like you guys did, and while I loved it, I don't need to see the same gameplay over and over and over. Give me something different.
Well, so from the very beginning, this game is showing itself to be a pretty big change in the Call of Duty. I mean, for one thing, they're going to be issuing it on a next-gen console as well as the current gen. So, we would expect, something kind of special. But I sort of feel like Call of Duty was in the doldrums, and they sort of needed to shake it up, and reclaim, that Call of Duty, supremacy.
It was weird because I'm still playing Black Ops 2 a lot more than I should be. And I got to the point, I watched that video and I'm like, fuck this. I went and picked up Modern Warfare 3 and I was playing Spec Ops today because after watching that video, I was just so geeked out. I'm really surprised. A lot of the stuff seems very Modern Warfare 3-ish. The grenades especially, man. When you hear a grenade hitting, it's the exact same sound. But there's so much more. It's like they took Modern Warfare 3, which I thought was an excellent game, and fixed the stuff we didn't like.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
Awesome.
I thought what impressed me was it's going to run in 60 on both. It's going to run 60 frames on both 360 and the next gen.
But what scares me is what you see in the 360 going to be emulated to the Xbox One or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, you sort of wonder how next gen of a game could it really be if they're saying all the features that they're going to have on the Xbox One are also going to be there on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Just how next gen can it really be?
Mark Ruin actually did say that while they are using a lot of different aspects and different tricks in their, little Felix trick bag, the thing is that they truly can't use all the tools that they're getting in the next generation of consoles. And someone got a saw running or something? They can't use all the tools they got. Tools. Because they're putting it out on 4 consoles, 5 consoles if you're counting PC. It's
a mammoth undertaking.
Yeah, but if you look at what yesterday was, it wasn't running on the Xbox One. It was actually running on a PC with an Xbox One controller. But what was cool about it was the actual specs of the PC were identical to what the Xbox One is going to be. So
Right. Well,
Yeah,
it's
I
basically a
almost-
gaming PC. 8 cores with 8 gigs of memory. A fast video card. It's basically a gaming PC.
yeah.
But I'm not really that worried. I'd actually like to see what does the 360 and the PlayStation 3 version of it going to look like. How much of a downgrade is it?
Well, I'm going to have them both. So
Well, I'm not going to wait till the new consoles come out before I get my Ghost, edition. So I'm definitely going to get it on Xbox 360 first.
Well, when I did my mass purge of games and systems and stuff, I still got a 360. The only games I kept were all my CODs, my Halos, and my Gears. And otherwise, a couple of them I bought digitally, Borderlands, whatever the case may be. But so I wanted to have Ghosts for the 360 so I can have the whole series as long as they run it on 360. So I'm going to have them both. So I'm not going to take advantage of the GameStop offer,
You're not going to turn in, you're going to keep it.
I'm not either.
No.
I'm not going to trade it in.
I probably won't either, because then, you won't be able to play with any of your 360 pals who didn't upgrade.
Yeah, well, luckily for me, my guys, the guys I run with, they are all upgrading. The last one will be my brother Iron. He probably won't do it until after Christmas, but, I'm lucky to be in a position where...
Right. Well, those aren't the only guys you want to play with ever, right?
No. I want to play with a bunch of different people, but...
So, yeah, there's going to be some people that you might want to play with, but they're just not going to make the move. No, maybe not for a year or two. Who knows? So I'm keeping them both.
The key for me really is, everybody... You're going to have 4 different divisions now instead of 2. But what I really want is I want to play with people of like skill levels. Okay, I'm not a pro. I'm not Parasite. I'm not Killa. I'm not like MLG guys by far. I mean, I'm getting up to the 0.8. So, but
Righteous.
I do play with some guys that are friends of ours that, they score, 480 a minute. They score 450 a minute in Dom and 385. And when I play with those guys, obviously, I'm going to do a lot better if they leave anybody for me to kill. But I'm not that awesome. I know that. But what's really nice about this new thing is that Squads edition. Oh, dude.
Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, my God.
You can jump right in, man, and just...
It's going to allow us to control, like, how many days where us lesser players, we could go out there and we get ass raped. And you just want to throw the controller, obviously we're adults so we don't do that, but you just want to go upstairs and kick the wife and hug the dog, whatever the case may be. But for me, I'm looking at this going, okay, fine. Now I can play a 2-old team versus Flex's team or Yam's team,
And still rank up.
Yes, and
Yeah.
to me, that's the shit. So all you MLG guys are, you're the shit. You're great. That's awesome. See my paycheck. I'm not worried about it. What I want to do is enjoy myself and play the game the right way. Not worry about the lag. Not worry about this. Not worry about that. But enjoy myself against people of the same ilk. So if that makes me a loser, well then, sorry.
Well, that is the most fun way to play. When you're playing against people who are on the same level that you are, and they're not significantly better or significantly worse, and then it becomes a challenge. Then it's a game. The game is on, baby.
Well, then it becomes, what do you know? Do you know how to destroy that gas station? Do you know this part of the map? You know where that care package is hidden? There's so many other aspects to it, and for the lesser players, they do more camping. So, I mean, Cranked might not be the best option for those guys, but if you're playing it Cranked against people the same ilk, it makes it so much better. I'm so impressed. Mark Rubin, you guys did a great job from what I've seen. Like, I'm not going to judge it wholly based on just 1 hour video, but I'm really excited.
Well, we're going in with a lot of anticipation and excitement. I was surprised. I didn't expect to be this eager for it.
No,
I didn't
by no means did I expect to be this excited for it. I mean, right now is the dead zone. You know, everybody's looking for something to do. It got this way in Modern Warfare 3. Right now, you got two groups of players. You got the tryhards and the diehards. And the diehards are going to go in and they're going to kick the crap out of the tryhards all the time. So, for me, you know, sometimes I'll go in, I'll have a bunch of good games, and I'll feel real good, and then I'll get ass raped on that freaking 10 and 30, and I'll just be so frustrated. At least with squads and what they're adding to it, they're giving me an option. They really are. And I'm stoked because.
All right.
I don't know. I really wanted to give Battlefield a real good look before, but I just got such a bad taste in my mouth after a couple bad experiences with it that I was just like, forget it. And
so you gave it a try though.
I did give it a try. I actually went in with Willie. Thank you, Willie, for trying with me, and had a couple bad experiences. And you know, I tried it without any sub 1 guys, and yeah, that was not good. No, it's so. I went back to what I know. At least in COD, it's not like you're lobby shopping, but you look and you can see the score from there. You can see the KDs for. The death match. The guy may not score a lot, but he may have a good KD. So I mean, at least you can weigh things out. I didn't have that ability before. Now with squads, it takes that to the nth degree.
Yep, takes to that next level.
All right, so let's break down what we learned. Okay, from the very beginning, the trailer goes into, instead of create a class, now you've got create a soldier.
Yes.
So
20,000 different combinations.
And also, there's going to be some sort of a kind of a point system where you earn unlocks and you get to spend them on what you want. It's kind of like a currency.
Well, to me, it looks like basically the pick 10, but it looks like it is still the pick 10 type of thing. Maybe it's not so much 200, but I think what you were seeing were that you're seeing a lot of the points was your leveling up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get 10, I think if I could be totally wrong, but from what I was understanding, you're still getting 10, but you could take an extra perk or two if you drop your secondary.
Right, you can drop your secondary, use your grenades, and you can add perks. You can get a lot of little perks, or you can get a few big perks, because the perks now are weighted.
1 to 5 is the points on scale on them. I think it wasn't it?
Yeah, so you could have 8 little perks.
Unfortunately, that you couldn't see the whole, you know, how much this perk was worth, and you know, I go to Charlie Intel for the basis of most of what I'm learning, because those guys are
Well, they didn't have names on. I mean, they showed the screens that had the perks listed by symbol. I mean, some of the symbols look familiar. You can tell, you know, scavenger, there's a vulture, it looks the same, and you can tell that's what it is, and blast shield or whatever. But there's a lot of perks that, like, what the hell even is that?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to wait more to find out specifically what kind of loadouts we'll be drooling over.
And that's where you got to go to me, Charlie Intel, because what are they coming up with now? I think they haven't done it yet, but they're going to put out the weapons list, what they know.
Right. Well, they are the best source for new information. Everybody else who reports on YouTube and stuff, they're just reporting what they learned on Charlie Intel.
Yeah, for the most part, yes. I mean, you do have people who have their inside sources, Drifter, Woody, all those guys, Team Art. They have different people they talk to, but to a point, they're fed. They're fed certain information on purpose to get it out there to you.
Right.
But a lot of times they're just copying it right off of Charlie Intel and making a video about it as quickly as they can. Like, oh my God, it's LEA, T-Mart, and it's like a lot of these guys are just passing this information on. And unfortunately, at least T-Mart, usually gives credit to Charlie Intel, so that's nice.
Yeah, well, a lot of the real credible guys, they will give the credit out there to whoever they got their information from. There's also a certain amount where they're not going to say, or they won't say something.
Drifter just tweeted that he was watching his footage on the plane home, and he just discovered something that he thinks that nobody else caught, and he's gonna have a video on it. So anything Drifter has to say, I'm interested in finding out, because he was the first one to even tell us it was going to be called Ghosts.
Yeah,
Was he?
he was.
Yeah, that was back in April. He found that out.
Yep.
And turned out he was right. And also he talked about the slide animation and the lean.
That's gonna be sweet. That's gonna be sweet.
You'll be able to head glitch from walls.
Mantling.
It's the thing, head glitch. Is the lean going to be just a major head glitch?
But mantling looks like it's going to be significantly improved over what we've seen before, as far
Absolutely. But you have to keep your momentum.
Yeah.
That's one thing I did learn today, that you can't stop, then jump over, then get going full speed again. You got to keep that momentum in. It's one motion, and it's all
conserving your momentum. Yeah.
So I'm very impressed. Infinity Ward really put on a show, and every year it's age, I don't know what it is, but every year it just seems to be getting bigger. And Black Ops 2 was huge, but before that the Modern Warfare 3 thing was huge, and I just came into it at the end of Black Ops 1, so I don't even remember.
Yeah, me too. I didn't get in on the start. I don't know how big it was, but it is the biggest gaming franchise that's out there.
Yeah, and a lot of people bag on it, and that's fine. I enjoy the fluidity of the movement. I enjoy the spawn system, the quick spawn, and I like the flexibility that you can do these things and create your own private games, that you don't always have to be in the multiplayer lobby and be taking it, because I don't know if these people realize it, but not everybody's a 3.5 KD. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know what? I've gotten a lot better over the Call of Duties. My first was the original Black Ops, and I was pretty pathetic, but I still enjoyed every time I got a kill. It's like that's what I focused on. I might die 3 times just to get 1 kill, but I'm not concerned about the 3 times that I died. I'm just concerned about the 1 time that I got a kill, and then that makes me happy.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's also what feeds into some of the problems that us lesser players have. We get so fixated on that 1 kill that, okay, we know he's there. The dude's sitting there waiting for you to come back. Maybe you should flank around or do something. I'm starting to do that. It's only taken me 3 years to figure this out, that maybe I shouldn't go the same way 4 times in a row, because I'm not going to get in.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's just really hard. If you got killed by some guy and it's like, okay, I'm going to go back and get that guy, and he kills you again, it's like,
it's almost human nature.
I can't help myself. I have to go back. I'm going to kill that motherfucker, and he gets you a 3rd time,
It's almost
funny,
human nature.
Turd Tuesday or whatever, I hate playing with you because it's core. And you gotta play core, and it drives me freaking nuts, and you always kill me, and I swear to God, I am gonna put a yam in a freaking noose if it's the last thing I do. There's something about yam juice, he kicks my ass with that. I don't understand it, and that's the thing, is I'll keep going. Oh, okay, maybe since yam's in the blue house, I'll go through a different doorway. Well, yeah, you're getting smarter. I'm trying to get smarter, but you're also getting smarter. So You piss me off.
Well, I was accused just yesterday of playing like a bitch. We were playing the equivalent of Monkey Turd on the PlayStation 3, and we were some people that I didn't know real well.
That was a rough lobby.
And they said, man, that Yam guy is spawn camping like a bitch.
I've never.
And he kind of had me. I was spawn camping.
Were you really? I didn't know.
It was on Nuketown, 2025, and it's like, you know where they're going to spawn. They're going to spawn in that backyard. So if you're inside the house, it's like, why not take advantage of that?
Well, you guys hold on for 1 second. I'm going to go shut somebody up.
Sure.
Yeah, so I would just like be in that kitchen, I would check both entrances and see which side they were spawning on, and just as soon as they came at me, I'd just gun them down.
There you go. I didn't know that's what you were doing.
Well, and it's funny because that you bring that up. I think about what Corey was just accused of in Battlefield. When Corey was accused of spawn camping with this other guy, and
oh yeah,
yeah. What did he go like? He go like 3 and 11 or something, and they're accusing him of spawn camping.
Yeah, at the time he was 1 and 7.
1 and 7, yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, first of all, I know Corey, but what was hilarious, the dude's 1 and 7. If he is spawn camping, he is the worst motherfucking spawn camper I've ever seen in my life. I'm just saying. And I'm pretty fucking bad at it. But it's...
Well, you know what I don't like about Battlefield is all the servers are owned by administrators, and if you play and you do a certain kind of thing or use a certain kind of weapon or whatever, that's like
they kick you.
You get kicked out, or it's like, all right, we don't allow this in this in this game, we don't allow that. I think that's bizarre. That's bizarre. It's like, I'm glad Call of Duty doesn't have that.
Well, it's funny because like the 20 minutes I played, I think they wanted me to stay. I'm just, because I was so bad at it that they didn't care what I did because I wasn't hitting shit. But it's funny because you bring that up. Dedicated servers. Is Ghost going to be dedicated servers? They haven't said yes or no. The other thing is, it's confirmed there will be no cross-platform. Granted, you can take your stuff back and forth, so I could start with the 360, upgrade to the 1, and then go back to my buddy's house and bring my profile.
Yeah, you still got your same guy with your same level of prestige and all that. But you can't play Xbox One against PlayStation.
That's right.
Or against Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 against PlayStation 4.
But that's more of a product of Sony and Microsoft saying, fuck you. That's not because the capability's not there.
Well, they want to sell consoles.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it could be done, but man, could you just imagine that? The problem is, though, I could see cross-platforming a PS3 to an Xbox 360 or a PS4 to an Xbox One, but not vice versa because of the options or different benefits you're going to get from the next gen that may not make it into the older console copies.
Right. So, the Kinect is now, they've announced that the Kinect no longer requires it to be plugged in for the console to function.
Yes.
Okay, so a lot of people were concerned about privacy and all that. They don't want to have the thing watching them while they're fap,
Yeah.
But so now it's not going to be there unless you want it to be there. If you want it plugged in, you plug it in. If you don't want it plugged in, you don't have to worry about it. So a lot of those people's concerns are over, but still, and the digital rights thing, they reversed on that. But it's kind of like Microsoft can do no right. It's like gamers are crucifying them no matter what they do. Is that the impression that you get?
I look at it this way. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Microsoft has done everything right for a long time. I'm not saying that Sony has screwed up, because Sony's certainly recovered from their initial faux pas or whatever it is when they came out and their price point, whatever the case may be, I still find Xbox to be a little bit easier to use. But yes, I definitely think that there's definitely going to be a backlash, and PlayStation Nation is all over that right now. Everything they do, you know what? You don't want the DNR or whatever it is in there? Fine, we'll take it out. Oh, well then we're mad at you for that. Oh, really?
Yeah, exactly. They can do no right. You know, gamers have decided that they're just going to be pissed.
And
you know?
that's because we're a bunch of spoiled little brats with, you know, a couple $100, and we think that we should dictate everything. Now, we do have a certain amount of voice in whatever it is, but you know what? I look at it this way. The Kinect thing, for me, I'm not going to use it downstairs, but I'm going to use it upstairs because the whole family's going to, it's not like we're going to be playing Kinect Adventures, but, you know, I'll be like, Xbox this, and, you know, do all my magic stuff, and whatever the case is, but I don't need the Kinect downstairs.
Well, I'm not going to say I need it or don't need it until I see what it can do. I mean, if it does some really cool, kick-ass shit, then we're going to want to use it.
Yes.
If it doesn't, like I have a regular Kinect, and it's a total doorknob. It's a doorstop. I mean, it's like I don't have it plugged in. There's no reason to have it plugged in.
Well, it's funny because mine sits on a speaker. Yeah, it's off to the side, and the only reason I don't get rid of it is because I know as soon as I get rid of it, my kid's going to have a sleepover, and then they're going to want to play Dance Dance Revolution.
Now that is the one actual game that it has that's fun. Dance Dance Revolution or whatever, Just Dance. Or not Just Dance, whatever it is, that's that dancing one.
But it works. You can actually, you know.
It actually works, yeah.
See, for me, you know, it's all about what the kids want. You know, for me, I don't use it. I wouldn't have anything to use it. The only thing I really enjoyed on it was Gunslinger. But back to your point, yes. Xbox can do nothing right because heavy is the head that wears the crown. Now, to me, do I want that digital ability? Yeah, and I'm glad that they're giving you the option to bring it back. It's the same thing with the Kinect. They're taking it away, but you know, what if it is so awesome that everybody wants it, and then they're going to be pissed that they bought one without it?
Yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is now they're not. They've confirmed. I saw a video just today that they're absolutely confirmed that you're not going to be able to buy an Xbox One without the Kinect. And some people might grumble and be pissed that they're paying extra for a piece of hardware that they're not going to want, but you don't actually know that you don't want it yet. It's too soon to tell. And I do have a little. I will give Microsoft the benefit of the doubt. Down the road, I have a feeling that there is going to be some cool shit that's going to happen because you have a Kinect, and the developers all know that every Xbox owner owns a Kinect. So whatever that thing is that PlayStation has, it's kind of their eye things.
Sony.
No one's going to write any code for that because they it's like most players are probably not going to get it because it's not included.
Well, don't forget, every game is made in the Xbox because it's Windows. So every game is made for basically the Xbox, and then it's emulated over to the PS3 or PS4 or whatever it is because they code in Windows.
Yeah, they just poured it over.
That's true. Well, now they've made the PS3. The architecture is going to be the same basic architecture as a PC or an Xbox. They used to have a different kind of processing architecture. That's why it was hard for developers sometimes to make games run as well that were ported because they had to reinvent the wheel.
And that's a problem for the PlayStation people because you're looking at a game that's basically second-hand Xbox.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's going to be anything like that. On this new PlayStation 4, and because they're making it as close to the Xbox as possible, so they're going to be easier to make both ports. So I don't think it's going to be as big of a difference as it has been. Because I'll agree, a lot of games that you can run on both systems were not as good on the PlayStation, and that's from experience. But if you only have a PlayStation, you wouldn't know that. But I think the new gen that comes out, I don't think the difference is going to be. I don't know if you're going to actually be able to tell any difference.
There is very few games that I've found to be more enjoyable on the PlayStation than the Xbox. I mean, one is a rather recent game, actually, was Metro Last Light, which I enjoyed more on the PlayStation than I did on the Xbox. But for the most part, and you know what? Does that make me? What does it make me? Xbox, Microsoft fanboy mango. Whatever. Each system has their benefits, and I'm looking forward to the best things from both.
Right. Well,
That's
I'm sure all of us here are going to own both of them. I know Flex has already got a pre-order for both.
I do.
Yeah.
Do you have a pre-order for both?
I actually have 2 Xbox Ones and a PlayStation 4.
Okay. Well, I don't have a PlayStation on pre-order, but I might.
I did it because the one thing that I really missed about the PlayStation was not so much the interface, because I definitely didn't miss the interface, was I missed the exclusives. I missed the Killzone. I love Resistance. There's a lot of games that Sony has that their exclusives are fantastic.
Yeah, when they've got an exclusive, a lot of times it's a good one.
Uncharted.
Like Uncharted and
look at Last of Us. Yeah, that was huge. I mean, that was the first time in a long time that you couldn't get your hands on a game physically.
Oh, I know.
That was crazy.
It still is crazy. But that's just another statement to saying, hey, you know what? What a great job Sony has done for certain things. But for the most part, I enjoy the Xbox more, but that's not.
I'm gonna get both systems. So I have both systems now, and it's nice to be able to play, because I know all these people that play on the PlayStation, and it's nice to be able to play with these guys.
Well, I'm looking forward to Killzone 4. I'm looking forward to Infamous 2, or excuse me, Infamous 3, or Second Son, whatever it is. It's still Infamous. Or Infamous, whatever you want to say it is. I am looking forward to these exclusives. I do love the PlayStation Plus, the free game thing, man. I have been just hammering shit out of that.
Me too, man. I've been downloading all kinds. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, I just got Hitman Absolution, the Ultimate Edition.
So did I.
It doesn't cost me a freaking dime. I'm ecstatic.
Right.
So, I mean, Sony's done a lot of things right. And the unfortunate thing is, Xbox, while their interface is great, but they haven't really caught up. Yeah, they give you Assassin's Creed 2. I can get that for $10 down the road anyways.
Yeah.
What did they give you now?
Fable 3.
Crackdown 1? What is that, from 2006?
That was the first gen. Yeah, that was the first gen game.
So there's a lot of benefits. To answer your question, I digress. I am going to have both. I'm looking forward to certain situations for each system, but more for the Xbox One, because that's where 2 old runs.
Well, I've always had both. I mean, I've always had the PS version, and I had the original Xbox, and it's like I like the PS systems, don't get me wrong, but the Xbox does seem to be somewhat easier to use.
It does. I don't want to hammer something that's not as pertinent right now as some of the other news that's coming out. I don't know if there's people that are going to be getting Splinter Cell. I got 2 more games that I'm getting for the 360, and then I'm done. I have Splinter Cell and Diablo, and I'm really looking forward to those games. Splinter Cell, to me, looks freaking fantastic.
I'm getting Splinter Cell. I couldn't resist it when I saw it. I was just blown away.
I was on the fence, and then I watched the videos, and then I started climbing the fence, and then I watched more videos, and I was like,
oh yeah,
I gotta bridge the gap. And it's Diablo to me is like Final Fantasy on crack, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that too. Totally different type of thing, but you have modes for each thing. Actually, I just played and finished a game with my nephew, Foolish One, who was here, that I enjoyed the shit out of, which was Army of Two: The Devil's Cartel.
Mm.
Oh, really?
I played that, and I'll tell you what, goddamn, that was enjoyable. And we finished it in under 10 hours, co-op.
Wow.
And it was it was phenomenal. I enjoyed it so much that I bought the other ones, and I'm playing them on my own. I'm really looking forward to this last bit of life that the old systems are going to give you.
Squeeze out that last.
So what about Grand Theft Auto 5?
My kid, not me. I have no desire, no interest. It's kind of like Candy Crush Saga to me. I'm not dipping my toe in there, so I don't know what I'm missing. I'm not going to worry about it. I got enough to do with being a Call of Duty geek that I don't need something like Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row, which my kid just hammers the crap out of too. My freshman, she's got Minecraft, Saints Row, and Grand Theft Auto. I'm like, wow. As long as you do your homework.
That'll keep a person busy for a while.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because she takes care of her business and does everything else first, but man, like Minecraft, and she gets into that stuff, and I'm just like sitting there going, this is stupid, but so many people are so into it that there's got to be something to it that I'm not dipping my toe in that pool and then finding another thing that I need to obsess on. I don't want that.
That's why I've stayed away from Minecraft, man. Because everybody's like, it's Minecraft. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it's big. It's big. I mean, if you look at the games that people are streaming on Twitch, that people are watching, it's always way higher than Call of Duty.
Oh, I know. And that's what's crazy about it is, think about all the money that's spent on Call of Duty, and Minecraft's kicking its ass.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow. So, like I said, I get enough.
Well, Minecraft is also on the PC and the consoles. Well, I guess
Call of
Duty is too.
Do they cross-platform?
Well, no, you can't play on alternate platforms, but I guess ostensibly Call of Duty is on PC, but I don't think there's a very big player base on PC.
No. My nephew's got it on Steam, and honestly, he's barely touched. He finished the campaign in Black Ops 2, and that was like, so it's nowhere near what we see with the consoles we have today.
Yeah, no, it's nothing like it used to be.
So, do you watch very much Twitch streaming?
I do not. I actually did start watching a little with all the controversy that's come out of the trash talking with the last MLG, whatever the event was. I think it was in Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta. UMG Atlanta.
With Team Epsilon, with Killa, Parasite, and all that stuff. I started watching some of their stuff. Yeah.
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Oh, really? They started getting into that, huh?
Oh my God! It reminded me of being drunk playing softball when I was 22 years old.
Well, these guys are supposed to be professionals. I mean, come on.
But, well, you know what? You can have a certain level of trash talking, but you know what? Pull it back. I mean, I'm reading through a lot of the tweets, and a lot of people are ready to crucify this guy Killa. And while, yeah, he was totally out of line, the guy's backed off. He's not really said much else about it, but I give Parasite a lot of credit. The guy backed off. He apologized. You know, he said he went way overboard. He got caught up in the moment. And so with that being said, I did start watching some Twitch, and I'm going to be watching more because I'm starting to follow some of these guys just so I can maybe learn something or two.
Yeah, you can pick up tips. Just watch. I mean, I've like my KDR is so great, but
well, if you want to learn how to play
watch,
capture the flag or search and destroy or something, those guys will teach you a lot.
Yeah, you can learn. You can learn a lot by watching guys like that play.
I am so psyched for search and rescue ghosts.
Yeah, I have no idea how that's going to be. I mean, is the object still the same to plant the bomb and all that?
From what I was told, or what I've heard, whatever the case may be, I do have my inside contacts at GameStop, that basically it is search and destroy. You still got the bombs to plant and all that stuff, but there's a tag. So if you get killed and one of your teammates gets your tags, you can respawn. But if you get killed and the other team gets your tags, you're done.
Yep.
So
if you respawn, where do you respawn from? The place where your tag was collected, or do you respawn somewhere in the back somewhere?
you gotta. I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm totally guessing, but you can't respawn right where that'd be just insane. But
yeah, well, see, that's one of the things I sort of like about Search and Destroy. It's a non-respawn type game, so if you're not going to get shot in the back by some guy who just spawned behind you.
Yeah.
It's like if you get shot in the back, the guy had to make his way behind you to get to you.
I just think that the point, from what I was seeing, the point values was so great for killing that person and getting those tags that you're not going to, it's not like it's going to be something that you can totally boost on, do you think?
I don't know. I'm just like, after watching all this MLG, I'm sort of like digging Search and Destroy. It's a kind of a cool game type. You know, it's like you do spend some downtime when you're knocked out, and you have to like, shit, I have to watch this game play out before I respawn again.
Yeah, but there again, you're getting in on gameplay, and you're getting a chance to watch other people and their techniques. So you're gaining something even then.
Yeah, what I hate is like you're the only one left.
Yeah, it's all up to you.
It's like the other people on your team are all watching you. You know.
Yeah.
I one thing I did love about Modern Warfare 3 was the search but playing with the sub 1 guys, and that was cool because sometimes I was the first one killed, but then sometimes I was the last one left, and then I had to find Junior, or I had to find freaking Rye Billy Boy, or Pony, or whoever the case may be, because Walmart clowns never going to come out of the closet, much less the corner. So you gotta play with people of your ilk, but that's why Twitch is such a great tool, because then, like Flex said, you can watch other things and you can get some great tips.
Well, we met some friends there. We've had several guests on Bulletproof Underwear that we met because of a Twitch stream. It's like you make some friends there. It's like that's where we met Ozymandias. We had Ozymandias as a guest.
The guy seems pretty cool.
He is cool.
Oh, he's really cool.
And we got to play games with him stuff.
I've never seen a dog that talks, but you know what? Now that I have, it's pretty cool.
Well, I just wish that Drifter would do some more noob versus pro again. He hasn't done that for a little while.
Well, think about what's going on. There's just so much stuff going on.
Yeah.
Everybody's just dying to wring that last bit of information out of that sponge, and then when you do get something, you get 30, 40, 50 videos immediately. That's why I try to keep it down to the certain ones that I want to watch that I trust, and for me, Drifter and Woody are two of the best because they keep it more in check.
I got to meet Woody's gamer tag. I actually shook his hands.
He seems like a really just a dude, laid back, nice, cool dude.
He seems like a good guy. I mean, there's people who rag on him mercilessly, like Thunder. Oh my God.
And you know what? And that's okay, but that's between Thunder and Woody. It's funny that you bring that up because who is the guy? Blackworm is
the Blackworm.
He is just hammering this guy Wings of Redemption. It is hilarious.
Poor Wings of Redemption.
I hate taking joy in watching other people just get destroyed and trolled and stuff, but sometimes, you know what, you open your mouth, you say a couple things, which I've never said anything wrong, and people are just going to jump on it.
Wings is extremely entertaining because he cannot help himself from saying stupid shit all the time.
You know what? I won't watch it. I cannot. I don't suffer stupidity that easily, but that's why when I watch Worm and he trolls. He's the only troll I watch, but I watch Worm and I just enjoy the shit out of him just torturing people because they can't kill the camper. And when
you know what? I've played against people who are doing the worm squirm, you know, with their shields and everything. What you do is you put on Sit Rep Pro and you just stay away from them. Just stay away from those guys. Just find somebody else. Just leave them alone. Just let them stay up there in their little room and, you know.
Well, the problem is the noob in us, we know he's there. We could throw an EMP. We could get it. If we died 6 times, the 7th one is going to be the challenge. And that's where he gets the 30 and 3.
Yeah, you throw one EMP and you get so many points that you rank up, you know?
Yeah, if the trophy doesn't eat it up, and he's got double trophies up there if you're doing the worm squirm right. So, but certain people are pains in the ass Wings I cannot watch. But Boogie, who I watch occasionally because I don't know if the guy's joking or if he's really just a little bit mentally off.
Well, he is hilarious. I don't know, Flex, if you ever watched Boogie. I found out about him because he was a guest on Painkiller already.
Yeah.
No, I'll check him out.
And I subscribed to him since, and I like his stuff. I don't like everything he does, but I like his stuff.
That's the thing is, I don't like everything he does. I just, when he tries to be funny, the one with the Mountain Dew, when they took his Mountain Dew, was freaking classic. And look it up. You know, Boogie and the Mountain Dew. It's just freaking hilarious because they.
Now that I missed that one.
Oh my God!
I'll check that out.
And he's walking around because he's a big dude. He's walking around. And he's got like a walking stick. It's like almost like Gandalf's staff, and that was.
Well, he's an enormous mountain of flesh. I mean, he makes Wings of Redemption look. He makes Wings look thin.
Yeah. But you know, at least Boogie's got. You know, he makes me laugh here and now. When Wings actually talks, sometimes I cringe at the level.
You cringe because the stuff coming out of his mouth is so fucking retarded. He's such a yokel.
I just, and I made my throat. I will just say this. I love watching Black Worm. Does the worm squirm? It's hilarious. I really get a lot of laughs out of it. He's the only troll I watch.
Yeah. Did you see the very first video where Thunder encounters him?
No.
And it says, "Oh, you got to watch that first Thunder video where he's discovered. He put the worm on the map. You know,
yes, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I never saw the actual video. I've heard about it. And, you know, I've seen videos with them together, but I never saw the one where Thunder actually...
Yeah, this is before he knew him. He said, like, oh my God, people, this is the greatest camper the world has ever known. Look at all this shit. This is all one guy. You know, he had 2 microwaves. He had 2 sentry guns. He had trophy systems. He had a riot shield. It's like, this is all one guy, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest camper the world has ever known.
Well, campfire s'mores.
Well, that's the one thing I really enjoy about Thunder is he exposes boosters. There's
boosters on blast.
Oh, ran into that today. And Black Ops of all places, not Black Ops 2, Black Ops.
Really? The original?
Yeah, there was the original. There was 2 in there doing it. I was like, oh my God.
I just cannot. I don't understand the logic in boosting. I suck. I'm okay with it. I can go upstairs.
Well, you have to be 10 years old to understand, I guess.
So I guess that means Walmart understands? Oh, wait, that's just... Never mind.
You know, I haven't played with Ken in a long time. I guess he's kind of like hasn't been on Xbox.
No, he's
Ken
been doing
is actually.
PC.
I talked to him a few times a week. We text back and forth. He's working hard and playing a lot of Terra. Just he's getting ready for the fall. He will be back. He will be helping us, Too Old that is, in our destruction of Sub 1 and everything that you have.
Wait a minute. Walmart is going to play for Too Old?
Too old for life, baby.
Well, I don't know about that, but I'm older than probably anybody on Too Old.
No, now that we have Ken, I don't know.
Well, he's older than me by a year.
There you go. We're older.
Well, you incorporated him. He's not official organic Too Old. He's like
you could see the Twitter. You could see the response. I copied you on the same thing, and I asked him, "What are you?" And he said he's running with his brothers and Too Old.
Okay.
Hey, you're the one that threw out the challenge that you're going to kill us and you're going to smoke us. And
actually, I think you issued the challenge. I was like, all right, fine. I don't care who plays with me. I like playing with you guys.
Well, what I like about it is it's not so much I issued a challenge where I'm going to say, I can't wait to find Pony and just play as the chick and clam slam. That's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is good games with people of the same ilk. And that's what I'm really looking forward to.
Some good competition.
I like playing with Pony, but on the other hand, I kind of hate it because I can't seem to beat him.
Well, it's funny because he hasn't played with us in a while, but he jumped into a couple of our games, and he was running around with a crossbow, and it was just hilarious to watch. He was putting so much effort into it, but it was awesome because he didn't care. We enjoyed ourselves, and he was on the other team, but he was in our party just because, we're not boosted. But we enjoyed ourselves, and I enjoyed playing with Pony. I enjoyed playing with Willie.
Come back, Willie. I don't think he's going to. I don't think we'll see him again.
I think
he's joined the Battlefield crew, the Battlefield
parties,
PlayStation Nation.
So he's all psyched for Battlefield 4. He could give a rat's ass, about Call of Duty.
And you know what? That's okay because I am getting Battlefield 4 and I am getting for PlayStation Nation because that's where our guys are going to be. So if I'm going to play on a Sub 1 server, I don't know if they're going to do the same thing. I want to be with guys who hopefully are going to teach me the right way to play as opposed to somebody just raping me and taking my tags when I'm trying to learn where the fuck my gun is.
Yeah. Mango, what's going on with your mic? I'm getting a lot of crackly stuff. Flex, are you hearing that too?
Yeah.
I know.
Can you kind of tap it or something?
I don't know where the hell it is. Where is my shit? Somewhere around here.
Is it like on a webcam?
Well, the mic's not on the webcam.
Well, there you go. Now it's stopped.
Okay, whatever it was doing is stopped.
Because you know what it probably was? I'm networking, doing a whole bunch of networking in my house. I got a bunch of Netgear network switches back there, and it was covering where the microphone is in the back of the PC.
Oh.
Okay. Well, it sounds great now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Walking
Dead. Are any of you guys into Walking Dead?
I'm into Walking Dead, but I'm not caught up. It's like it comes on, and it's like I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to watch it with my sister here, and then like on demand has it, and then they take it away. It's like I can't catch up now.
I just started watching it. I barely watched it at all.
I will tell you this. I never watched one episode until about 2 months ago. And I watched season 1 in about 2 days. I watched season 2 in about 3-4 more days, all on Netflix. And then I ended up just jonesing so badly for season 3. I bought it on iTunes, and when I went to Florida with EVB, we went to Florida with our families. Every night everybody would go to sleep, man, I had my iPad out and I was watching 2, 3, 4 hours a night. I finished that show, season 3, in like 5 days.
Wow.
How much does an episode cost on iTunes?
Yeah.
I think it was like $27 for the season. Not really sure, but I think it might be $2 an episode. I don't know. Which would make sense. You got like
I don't know. I gotta catch up on some of that.
Oh, it's, to me, it kind of bums me out, but it makes me happy that there's such a good show that was out there that I didn't even know existed. I mean, certain things I watch religiously. Sons of Anarchy, I watch religiously. Justified, I watch religiously. A lot of testosterone, shooting shit type of shows that I'm just really into. Although one of them, The League, if you ever need to watch a comedy, fantasy football comedy, that show is probably the raunchiest show on regular cable.
Wow, I had no idea.
But you gotta like football, because there's so many ties into, the Raiders, the
So many
Bears.
football references. What network is that on?
It was on FX. Now it's going to be on FXX or there's
FX Plus.
whatever. Yeah, because they're changing with the Fox Sports One, which DirecTV doesn't have yet. So I'm looking forward to the UFC show this weekend. I have DirecTV, but we don't have Fox Sports One yet because they haven't signed an agreement. So I'm kind of like, fuck. And it's on the free, it's one of those great cards, and it's on free TV. I'm not paying $50 just for 2 hours. I mean, some people like Ken may do that, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? But when they put on a real good show and it's free TV, and I follow that UFC religiously. The Ultimate Fighter's another one I follow religiously. So, I mean, I'm very excited for what's coming up. This fall is really looking really promising. Starting with The Walking Dead, I believe it's in October.
Okay. Well, as far as Walking Dead, I'm up to the point. The black chick with the sword.
Yeah, Michonne.
Okay, so the little camp that they went into, her and the blonde chick. The blonde chick. Yeah, she just left. She just left the camp. That's the last episode that I've seen. So I have some catching up to do.
You've got the best parts ahead of you. You really got to check it out.
Well, I watch it on Comcast On Demand. Usually, they have it available to catch up in, but sometimes they'll just, without warning, they'll just take it away from you.
Yeah, they yank it.
It's a certain amount of time it's been on there, and I will say this: things get crazy with the governor, man. Oh
yeah, I'm sure. It is a fantastic show. It's so well done.
What scares me is, not scares me, but what's awesome about the show is there is nobody untouchable. Nobody untouchable. When
they'll kill off anybody.
Yeah, and I don't want to ruin it for.
Yeah,
Flex,
please don't.
Hurry up and catch up.
I will.
There's certain people, and then certain great actors. Michael Rooker is in freaking Walking Dead, and he's phenomenal as Merle. It's weird. You see him in Walking Dead, then you play Black Ops 2, and he's there, and then you play the zombies, and he's in Walk of the Dead or whatever the zombie mode.
Yeah, Walking Dead. Yeah.
What was the zombie?
Yeah, there's a video game called The Walking Dead.
No, but there was a zombie mode with the actors.
Black Ops?
Sarah Michelle Gellar and it had George
Romero. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Is that the transit mode?
No, Machete.
Yeah, Machete, the guy from that.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo,
Yep.
yeah.
But it's so cool seeing him. He's in Walking Dead. Then he's in Black Ops 2. Then he's in Zombies, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very excited. Last thing I want to bring up, I don't know if people are still playing Black Ops 2, but you're August 27th, you're going to have your new map packs coming out. Vengeance, I think it is, or whatever. I'm not even sure what the last one is.
I don't know what it's called.
But two boards are really interesting to me is they're redoing Stadium. And
Right.
Yeah.
that's one. And then they took one from World at War, which...
I think it's Courtyard.
Yes, thank you. I was trying to look it up. But I loved World at War. I really did. If they could have fixed the hacking, or if they could have put some just a little bit of care into just maintaining the game, you know.
Well, if you can get your crew to get together on World at War, I bet you we could get some Sub 1 people and have a private lobby so there's no boosting or no hacking, and it would be awesome because that game rocks.
I can definitely do that. There's OG Shy Money, Sergeant Big Head, Iron, EG, myself, EBB. There's two olds kind of growing a little bit, Disco, but they all.
Yeah, let's rock Dome, baby. Let's make that place a bloodbath.
Wasn't Dome from Modern Warfare 3?
Well, they had Modern Warfare 3 Dome, but before that, World at War had Dome, and it was so small you could throw a grenade from A to C.
Yep.
Well, the thing that I love about World at War, the maps are so freaking big, and that's one.
The maps are big.
That's one thing that it's really disappointed me about Black Ops 2 is it just seems like every map's getting smaller. Every map's getting smaller, and the
With more
one negative the one negative I saw about Ghost, the one map that they're really hammering is the baseball map.
Strike Zone.
Strike Zone, and that's, according to Drifter, the smallest goddamn map. It makes Nuketown look big. I'm like, holy crap.
Now, back on Black Ops, the original, I used to love that map, WMD. That's a big map, but it plays so fun. I love that map.
I love WMD. That's the one with is that the one with the missile?
No, there's a train that goes by all the time.
They got missiles in the...
Silo, you're probably talking about Silo. That's a huge map. And that plays fun, too.
One of the medium maps that I enjoy was Grid.
I love Grid.
Yeah.
I miss Grid.
Grid is classic.
I miss Jungle. I'm like thinking to myself...
Oh, I love Jungle. That's a great large map.
Why don't they... I thought for sure... Their Stadium kind of surprised me, but I thought, sure as shit, they gotta bring back Jungle. You got... If you play the campaign in Black Ops, you have all that jungle area you're going through. I am shocked that they did not bring back Jungle.
Yeah, I was too.
Stadium.
Yeah. Well, Stadium is a pretty damn small map.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But we have enough small maps.
Yeah, we do.
Basically, you have Nuketown, but then you have Nuketown on water, which is freaking hijacked,
Yeah.
Slums.
I love slums, but although they did add a couple, Cove is a larger map, but it's not large, like array type large.
No.
That's the kind of maps that I'm missing. I would have rather had Berlin Wall. I would have rather had Jungle. I would have rather had Grid. I would have rather had Silo, WMD, any of those maps. Or there is a slot, though, for Map Pack 5. I don't know what they're going to do with it. Whether I've heard rumors of it could be more camos, it could be one additional map, it could be another additional map pack, it could be zombies. I don't know, but in the coding, for Black Ops 2, there is a section for
So they left a space.
DLC 5.
Wow. Well, you know, DLC 4 is like, okay, always before they would just have 3 map packs, like Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2 had 3 map packs. I think going back, they're always 3. Now they're 4.
See, that's the thing is, I didn't start till Black Ops. And, well, now wait, was there 3 in Black Ops when they released Berlin Wall?
Well, there was 3. There was 3, and a 4th one came out. It was just zombies. It was
just zombies. Yep.
Or was that the one? No, it was Ascension.
Yes.
Yep. It was just that one zombie thing. That was map pack 4.
Okay, and that's what people speculate. Is it just a placeholder? Are they going to throw more microtransactions out there? Are they going to put a whole moon-type zombie thing together? Or are they going to put a retro? That would be my dream. It'd be a great way to send off Black Ops.
Well, let's lobby for Jungle.
Oh, Jungle. I want 4. I want Jungle. I want Grid. I want WMD, and I want Berlin Wall. Want Berlin Wall? You get your TAC Mask Pro, man.
Yep.
The B flag is murder on that map. It's
if you have TAC Mask, man, you get your claymores, your TAC Mask. You can do a little worm squirm.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta have TAC Mask Pro, which I do. I have TAC Mask Pro. It took a grind to get that.
Oh my god, I almost killed myself getting it, but I have it.
And Flak Jacket Pro, that is a grind. You have to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how many times do you have to get the flag or whatever? I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was horrible.
Yeah. The pro perks. Some of the pro perks in the original Black Ops were just a bear to get.
I like right now. I miss the shit out of sleight of hand.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, Ghost. The pros, Ghost is for fags. Well, you know what? We're not all as good as you. And I loved Ghost. I don't care what you said. I had Ghost.
You're talking about the perk? Oh, yeah. I think
Pro.
most of my classes were Ghosts on Black Ops.
It was either Ghost Pro or Flak Jacket, depending on what map I was playing. And then always had to have sleight of hand.
Always have to sleight of hand. Every single class. I've never played, without sleight of hand. It's a go-to perk.
I just can't remember what my third perk was all the time.
Most of the time for mine, it was either TAC Mask or Sit Rep. Or not Sit Rep, they called it Hacker.
Hacker, yep. Yeah, and it's just not the same. That's why I'm really looking forward to, the new game where, okay, fine, you have a whole bunch of classes, and man, you could spend 5 points, and then you get like this reload on the run type of shit, quick reload type of stuff. And
well, it's going to be fun because I sometimes I'll camp if the map in the game is warranted, but my favorite thing is to just run around with a submachine gun. Just run around. It's like the funnest thing. Just run and gun. You like quick reactions as best you can, and it's like, just having to play a defensive style, with like a, with a defensive kind of gun. It's just not the funnest thing for me.
Yeah.
So that cranked looks good. I'm liking the idea of cranked.
I like running right up Meat Shield Alley. I just.
Well, what's cool about Crank is it's like a codcaster or whatever they're called. If you're a camper, good luck.
Yeah.
I was watching that and I'm like, wow, so true, so true.
Finally.
Yeah. So those guys like with their gun aimed down sight at a doorway, you're not going to encounter too much of that.
Not in Cranked.
Cranked.
No, you may get that one kill, then you're gonna run like a bitch.
Yeah, Wings of Redemption tweeted out today, Cranked, that's a game mode that he's never going to play.
And it's funny because my brother said the same thing. He goes, yeah, because you know what? He's got the little tent, and he's like, I can't because I do, whatever. And he goes, I don't see myself playing much Cranked right now at all.
Well, Walmart is a proud camper. He's a camping bitch and proud of it.
Well, there's tactical camping, defending, whatever, but if you go down and all of a sudden, you're playing Dom and you only got one flag, you better go out and help your team. You can't just sit there and, defend the A flag all day.
Yeah. I'm gonna camp the A flag.
that was my biggest. I got into it with a guy in Modern Warfare 3. Man, I'm like, you know what, dude? There's camping and then there's being a bitch. And he's like, I went 40-3. What's your problem? I was defending. I'm like, you capped 2 flags. I capped A. Get off your ass.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're a big Dom guy, because Dom is a great game type, and I'm surprised it's not an MLG. Why isn't Dom in MLG?
I don't know. Doesn't make sense. Hardpoint. Yet that is.
Yeah, Hardpoint is in Major League Gaming, but Domination is not.
Nope.
That is insane.
They got rid of the split though in Dom. They're not going to have a split. Like
so
they do.
They're not going to have like a intermission kind of thing.
Nope.
Ooh.
Went back to regular Dom.
Okay, well, I think a lot of people are going to like that.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait for the new game, but I want to see how they treat hardcore. I really do.
Well, okay, so Treyarch instituted the Ricochet thing.
No.
Infinity Ward.
I mean, not Treyarch,
Ward.
Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward instituted that in Modern Warfare 3, and I think that made a big difference when you're not, getting team killed. It's like you can't get team killed with the Ricochet on. It's like if you shoot your own teammate, you die. So a lot of people who didn't like hardcore liked it better because of that. And I agree. I hated getting team killed.
I love it because there's nothing worse than you're waiting for a care package. It comes down, and then some random jackass on your team shoots you in the back and then takes your package.
I know, that's such bullshit.
Yeah, that's just pure BS, man.
Because then I will go out and I'll get kicked because I will find your ass, I will kill you twice, and then I will stand in front of you. I will pull the Walmart clown, I will put my big fat ass in front of you wherever you are. And eventually you're going to get kicked or I'm going to get kicked. But that's why I love that. I wish they'd bring that back. Now, if you play private matches, that ability is in there. That's what
on Black Ops 2? The Ricochet is an option?
Ricochet is an option in private
matches on Black Ops 2?
Yes, it is.
I've never seen that.
I did not know that.
Yes, it is.
I'll have to look for it because me and Flex host the Monkey Turd, and we're always setting up these private matches. So I've just never noticed that.
Well, because for us, before they had hardcore Dom, we were forced into core, and we did pretty well. We had a 19-game winning streak. We did really well, but we like hardcore. So then lobbies would suck. We'd eventually have to go to do our own thing. Well, we do our own thing, and I set up our own game mode for hardcore Dom, and it's in there. It's team kill, on or off. And if it's off, it's Ricochet.
Okay, so it's not called Ricochet, it's called team kill.
Yeah, I think it's team killing, but it's...
Okay, I'll look for it next time I'm setting up a private match, because... despite contrary opinion here, whenever I'm setting up a Monkey Turd game, sometimes, I'll make it hardcore. Just whatever's fun, whatever will be a fun thing for everybody.
I love the hardcore mode because there's nothing worse to me running down the street, finding Yam Juice coming out of a doorway, shooting him twice in the back, and then have him turn around and shoot me point blank in the face.
I can't tell you how many people I have heard say that exact same phrase.
That's why.
Well, minus the yam juice part.
yeah.
Most people don't say it like that.
They don't say the yam juice part, but
Most people do. Most people I know do.
Well, I'm not that good at turning on people. I use a pretty low sensitivity. I think I'm on 5 or 6.
It's funny because you say sensitivity. I've got mine up to an 8. Well, my nephew was here, and he was using the other sign-in for me when we were playing split screen. And then I went and used that sign-in after he was gone. I couldn't figure out. I was getting jacked. Got my ass kicked left and right. I couldn't shoot anybody. A gun was bouncing all over. While he had the freaking sensitivity maxed.
Oh, yeah.
But it took me 3 days to figure it out.
Oh,
Couldn't
geez.
figure it out.
Yeah. It's like I think I experimented as high as 10 on Black Ops 2, but no, I'm back down to I think 6 is where I play at now.
I am at 8, and that's, you put 8 on, and you get the Vector with the rapid fire, and you're on fucking hijack. You need it. You got to spin because you're going to be running through that doorway. There's going to be a camper there, and if he's lucky enough for you to have missed you, you're going to spin and just spray that motherfucker.
You ever watch Fisticuffs?
What is that?
He's a YouTube commentator, Fisticuffs.
No.
He's one of Thunder's friends. Anyway, he has he talks about how important it is to run a high sensitivity for that ability, like when two people pass each other, and it's like, oh shit, and they both turn around and shoot. The guy with the fast sensitivity will win the gunfight.
Well, and that's makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but when you got a high sensitivity, it's hard to get your aim dialed in.
I will say this before I go. They just put up a video a little while ago. Charlie Intel. It was some new gameplay for it was a domination game on a board called Whiteout. It's phenomenal. It's like
oh yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
15 minutes. No, it's 5 minutes long. But man, it's an enjoyable video.
I'll check it out.
For sure. All right, so that sounds like the Mango has spit out his piece.
Yes.
All right, folks. So
before I have a coughing attack.
So if you're still watching Bulletproof Underwear episode 59,
thank you very much.
Yes, be sure to subscribe. Subscribe, everybody. Tips and tricks. Subscribe.
Sub.
Anyway, so for Bulletproof, don't forget to do the thing at the end. So for Bulletproof Underwear, I am your co-host Yam Juice,
and I'm your co-host Flex,
and we'd like to thank our extreme special guest Mango.
Yeah.
2-0 for life.
There you go.
Thank you for being on the show, and this
you.
is like a very topical episode. We'll see this. We might have this early.
I'm glad to be here. Hopefully, you'll do the same thing when they do a whole bunch of Battlefield stuff, and you can bring on Shiz and Willie, and they can just watch as much as I did.
I'd love to. All right, so everybody, you know what to do.
All right, man.
Good night,
all right,
folks.
so
Peace out.
All right.
Flex, take us out.
All right, everybody.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button.